In today's video, I want to cover what do you do if you have literally no money to start off your own Amazon or any business whatsoever. What do you do when you have literally nothing? What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything that is linked to selling on Amazon. For those of you that have been watching my videos for quite some time, you probably already know that in order to start an Amazon FBA private label business, you usually need or are looking to at least have around £1,000 to £3,000. This would involve getting stock from China in bulk. That involves all the subscriptions and all of the payments and fees that you need to cover when it comes to starting to sell on Amazon. However, what do you do when you have no money whatsoever? You may be working a part-time job or a job that isn't really well paid, and saving up that very first £500, £2,000 is extremely difficult. Well, in today's video, I want to do is cover a few different areas for you to potentially look into and research into further so you can actually start saving up a little bit of money. Because the truth is, guys, with more money comes more opportunity, comes more possibilities for you to actually earn even more money. But what do you do when you're literally at ground zero and you have absolutely nothing at all? And in today's video, I'm going to show you just a few things that in my personal opinion would work extremely well for anybody who doesn't have that much money but has a little bit of time on their hands. These ways that I'm about to explain to you can very easily bring you anything from £500 to £1,000 each and every single month if you're just willing to put in the necessary time and effort into it. And then once you have saved up by a couple of £1,000s, you can move on to bigger and better things such as Amazon wholesale, Amazon private label, potentially investing in stocks and shares, and so on. And with that being said, guys, if you are interested in selling on Amazon and you really want to take this seriously, then please don't forget to check the links down below for my own personal mentorship, where I myself will help you and guide you every step of the way. Otherwise, guys, if you're running on a relatively lower budget but you still want to use some of the business tools that I use and recommend, then please don't forget to check the links down below for awesome, by far the most reliable e-commerce accountants out there in the market, Helium 10, the best product research tool that I could find, or Tide, the perfect business bank account to start off your Amazon FBA business. And with that being said, guys, let's get straight to the video. Right, guys, so the very first way, and one of my favorite ways of making a little bit of extra cash when you just have a part-time job and you actually have a little bit of extra time on your hands, is actually taking part in research groups. Now, this is not product research we're talking about. We're not talking about Amazon FBA product research. We're talking about getting into research groups for other companies. The truth is, guys, a lot of big companies out there finding it extremely difficult to get all of the necessary information to make sure that they make the right decision when bringing out new products. And these new products can go into any direction whatsoever. It can be fitness related products, health related products, beauty, gaming, finance, whatever. And the truth is, guys, is that a lot of these companies are prepared to pay a lot of money to actually get your honest opinion on what they have on offer. And this is where paid product research groups actually come into play. Now, back when I was doing it in 2017, 2016, most of the time what used to happen is that you actually go into this facility, effectively like a classroom or something like that, and you will answer questions. In my case, in most cases, actually, I was going for the health and food related research groups, speaking about my food eating habits and so on and so forth. Now, this is not just a simple questionnaire that you do within 5 minutes or so. You actually usually have a discussion, a recorded discussion as to what you like, what you don't like, what your eating habits are, and so on and so forth. Now, this is not the most entertaining part. This is not much fun or anything like that, and it does take a little bit of time out of your day. However, the good thing is, guys, is that usually you end up getting paid quite a decent amount of money. And after doing a little bit of research for this video, I've realized you can easily get paid anything from £40 to £100 for your time. The beautiful thing about what is happening now as opposed to before is that a lot of these research groups can actually take part online. So back when I was doing it, it was quite difficult to find the time because I actually did have a 9-to-5 that just wasn't well paid and I wanted to do something on top of it. The problem is a lot of these research groups took time in the middle of the day effectively, so if you actually do have a full-time job, it was difficult to take part in. That being said, now there's actually a lot of them actually happening online and you can do it at any point whenever it's convenient for you, and it is really helpful because if you are looking to make an extra 100, 200, £500 each and every single month just by doing a few of these questionnaires and actually giving your thoughts and opinions on certain areas that the company is actually interested in finding out, can very easily bump your earnings up by a few £100 very quickly. And just to show you what I'm talking about, like for example, I just googled one and it shows here take part in research, and as you can see, it's really simple. It says register, participate and earn, and basically as you can see straight away here, Do you have parents who is 70 years old? We want to hear from you. Now, I don't really care too much about what different areas is, but what I want to show you here is that for £30 of an online video call, you can get £40, okay? Calling all over 70-year-olds. Again, another £40 for 30 minutes of your time in the comfort of your own home. Now, again, still, some of these will require you to actually go into the facility, which is not the best, but those ones are actually usually the ones that pay you actually even a little bit more. So for example here, for a 90-minute online interview and a 90-minute accommodated shopping trip, you get paid anything from £115 to £140. So basically, for 3 hours of your time, you will get paid anything from £115 to £140. That is not bad in my personal opinion, especially when you have no money to start off any sort of business whatsoever and you're just trying to increase your savings. And especially right now with the living costs going up and up and up so quickly, doing these sorts of things once in a while can definitely make a big difference in your financial future, and it definitely can give you the kickstart that you really need. Now, why take part in these sorts of research groups? This is basically what they say. Besides influence the future developments and product design and blah 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 whatever, as you can see here, they're telling you about the extra cash that you get for just a few hours of your time giving your feedback to companies and organizations. You can receive anything from £40 to £250 per session. Now, I know a few people that do these and they do actually earn quite a bit of money. That being said, not one of them has ever earned £250. The more realistic figure usually is anything from £40 to £100, especially if you're doing more of the online ones as opposed to the ones in person. Again, it completely depends on you. If you actually end up working on weekends and you have a few days off during the week, then doing these sorts of in-person is actually a great way to earn more money. Develop products for the future. If you have an opinion, you can whatever, and it's not just ticking boxes. So, and that is actually correct, because it may sound very simple, easy, just do a questionnaire and leave and take your check effectively, but they will actually ask you questions about why you chose this, why you chose that, and so on and so forth. So it's not as straightforward as I made it out right now. However, that being said, for anybody who's looking to start, just earning a little bit of extra income is definitely a good way to go forward. And here is actually one that I found for myself as I was doing research for this video. Owner of a small or medium-sized business, we need you. So basically, for an online group discussion, I could easily get paid £100 via PayPal for an hour and 45 minutes of my time. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, you can easily blag some of these, okay? You don't have to be a business owner. You don't have to be a small or medium-sized business owner. You just have to kind of pretend to be, in my personal opinion. So for any of you who's looking to get into one of these, definitely go for it, 100%. As you can see, the dates here, April 20th to the 21st, which I actually don't even know if it's a weekday or a weekend, but for only an hour, 45 minutes of your time, you will get £100 transferred to you via PayPal straight away. I mean, why would you not say no to that if you have literally nothing better to do and you're serious about taking the next steps necessary in your financial future? Next up, retail arbitrage. Now, for this example, why exactly am I showing you Smith's PlayStation 5 Digital Edition console, as you can see here? Okay, very interesting, because I've actually used this basically way of making a little bit of extra income, but majority of this was actually done by my little brother, who has just turned 16 and is now looking to build up his financial portfolio, his financial future, and is starting off with relatively low savings. Now, what I love about retail arbitrage is the fact that you can very quickly and easily really make a lot of money, and I'm talking anything from £500 to £2,000 depending on the time of the year, and quite frankly sometimes depending on how lucky you are as well. Let me explain. First things first, what you need to do is figure out the fact that retail arbitrage is effectively buying something from a store, from an online marketplace, whatever, cheaper, and then selling it online for much more money. The key is, and this is where majority of the profit is actually made, is in items that are really hard to come by. Okay, items that are really difficult to get. If you can somehow get them, and then you can very easily flip them, sell them for a profit within a day or two. Okay, now why am I showing PlayStation 5s? Because as you can see, if we select store here, they will actually show you that none of them have any in stock whatsoever. As you can see, for PlayStation 5s right now, none of them have any stock whatsoever, and it doesn't matter which shop I actually go into, which clearly goes to show that these items are in high demand and very low supply. So if you can just get a few of these consoles, you're bound to make a little bit of money. Now, let's just look at something else. How much do these consoles actually go on eBay? Given that at the moment, a brand new one, if you can get your hands on one, is around £360. And by just doing quick research, I can see that I can easily sell these back onto eBay to somebody, you know, for £500, £600, 500, anything above £500, you'll be able to sell that PlayStation console very, very quickly. Now, of course, there will be fees, included into it and so on and so forth. However, if you can manage to get PlayStation console for £300, £350, £360, and sell it for over 500, that is easily £100 net profit after all fees considered. Now, what do you do? How do you actually go about it? How do you make sure you get these PlayStations? Well, in my personal experience, you literally have to go to some of these Smith stores and just speak to the staff. Because some of the staff will actually tell you that all of the merchandise is actually going to be sold online, whilst others will say, hey, we have a shipment coming in on Tuesday morning. Come in and we're almost certainly going to have some to sell to you. And that's exactly what me and my brother did. Basically come in on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock before everybody else, and we're able to get our hands on quite a few of these PlayStations and then sell them that same week for around £800 in profit. Pure profit, and something that only took us about an hour to 2 hours to do. It was extremely easy and extremely simple, quite frankly, that anybody else could have done as well. You just need to think outside of the box. What is out there at the moment in the marketplace that is quite difficult to get and I can somehow get my hands on? Now, you can go with Smiths potentially to get these PlayStations. You can go with Argos or any sort of other in-store shop, maybe even Game or anything like that. However, what's important here, guys, is always to look for products that are really hard to come by. Matter of fact, if you're going to do this seriously for a few months or so to build up your budget, you may actually even be interested to look into a few Facebook groups, Telegram channels, Discord channels as well for resellers, because they will discuss what items are hot selling right now, which ones you can easily make a profit, and they'll give you actually advice as to what you should be doing to get these products in your hands. Because these products, guys, if you get them, you will know you're onto a winner, because you know for a fact that they have been selling extremely well. And imagine how well we did, me and my brother, during November, December, when everybody was shopping for Christmas presents and nobody could get a hold of any of these PlayStation consoles. Me and my brother could, and we actually did get, I think, around 15 to 20 of these consoles, and we're able to flip all of them at around £100 to £150 profit each. The next way you can make money when you're literally starting from scratch or basically nothing really is Facebook Marketplace. Now, Amazon in most cases sell the most expensive brand new products, whatever. This is where they're most expensive, their highest price, they're the premium. The second, we have usually Gumtree, we have eBay, we have Etsy, and so on and so forth. And then the bottom of the barrel at the moment right now actually is Facebook Marketplace. However, that being said, Facebook Marketplace is a great way for you to actually make a little bit of money, bring some products that, you know, are selling for next to nothing, sometimes even nothing. Sometimes even you can actually go to a potentially a customer's house effectively and pick the product up completely free of charge, because they just want to get rid of it. And then what you do is simply list it online on eBay, on Gumtree, on maybe even Facebook Marketplace, or even go onto a car boot sale and sell it for a profit. And just by, again, doing a little bit of research for this video, I could see a few products straight away that I would be able to pick up and sell at a profit, or at the nearby car boot sale next one is available effectively. So for example, an HP laptop that is free. I don't know how legit that is, but potentially be interested to look into it. Okay, a Mac Air for 213 for £100. This could very easily be sold for parts at much higher rate. A laptop free that clearly is damaged. Again, something that could easily be sold for parts. You know, anything you get out of this laptop is going to be pure profit effectively. You know, as we keep coming down, you'll see loads of things potentially that could be sold for a profit. Here's a good one as well. Like for example, LG 43-inch TV that is screen cracked, free to collect. Okay, so clearly it's not a working TV, but once again, you just try and sell it on eBay and clearly state that it is not working. However, all of the components, given the fact that we currently are experiencing a chip shortage, is definitely going to be picked up very quickly. You just need to have your mind open as to what exactly I could flip for money. And given we are living in this online age effectively, you can very easily compare what you're going to buy it for, or potentially even get it for free, and what you could potentially sell sell it for. Now, the beautiful thing about Facebook Marketplace, given that a lot of these items are completely free, you just have to go and collect them, the chances of you losing money is very, very slim, given the fact that the only thing you're paying for is your time and some of the petrol costs included. And that's pretty much it. Next up, Fiverr.com. Now, for those of you that don't know, Fiverr.com is basically a freelancing website. Any sort of skills that you may have, you can easily list them on Fiverr.com, and then anyone who is interested in your skills can get in touch with you and pay for your services. And every single one of you has a certain skill that somebody else will be interested in. It can be very simple as doing some questionnaires. It could potentially be, translating one document to another, retyping it, whatever. However, guys, if you're not interested in that, if you think that is not going to be worth your time given it's relatively low paid or whatever, then you may want to get into some of these services that are really hot at the moment. And this is why I'm using the words NFT art. Basically what this is something that everybody is very interested in at the moment, is creating their own NFT art. And they are looking for various graphic designers, painters, whatever, people that are creative effectively to do this artwork for them. Now, what do you do if you cannot provide that? Let's say you're like me and you have literally no creativity whatsoever and you cannot draw at all. Well, you still can list yourself as an art designer, okay? Just list yourself as a slightly more expensive one. And then when somebody buys your purchases or your services or whatever, you simply go and find yourself a cheaper one. Just like we have drop shipping, where effectively somebody buys your product and then you buy that product from someone else and pocket the difference. You can do exactly the same thing with Fiverr.com. When somebody actually buys a service from you that unfortunately you cannot provide, but then given the fact that you have that money, you can then go to somebody else who can provide that service and buy it from them, and once again, pocket the difference. Once again, guys, it all depends on which services you're listing yourself under. Some of them are going to be far more popular than others, and some of them will be far more better paid than others as well. This is where some research will be handy, because then you will actually get a good idea as to what you should be getting involved in and what you shouldn't. Once again, guys, it just takes a little bit of time and effort. Given the fact that we are starting from literally square zero, some of time and effort will have to be taken, okay? Once we build up some money, once we have a few £1,000s under us, then we can go into Amazon FBA and so on and so forth, where income is going to be a lot more passive. However, as of right now, given the fact that we're literally just starting out, we may have to get our hands dirty, may have to do a little bit of work than we really want to for that extra income. And last but not least, Amazon affiliates, or matter of fact, any affiliate marketing whatsoever. For those of you that don't know, affiliate marketing is really, really simple. And that is basically advertising other people's products. And when somebody makes a purchase through your link, through your referral link or whatever, then you make a percentage of a commission. So if somebody, let's say, is buying something at £100 and that purchase, that sale came because of you, you can easily earn anything from 5 to 15% of that sales price. And there are so many websites out there that provide various affiliate marketing commission structures. For example, full disclosure, I have a commission structure with Helium 10, the best product research tool out there. And I make a commission every single time somebody actually purchases that product. Now, you have to be really careful, because this is where your reputation actually is at stake. If you're affiliate marketing for absolutely every product out there, what if those products are not great? You have recommended a pretty bad, poor product to somebody that is your friend, that maybe follows you, that maybe is interested in what you have on offer, and so on. Your reputation can go down the drain very, very quickly. So when it comes to affiliate marketing, guys, be careful with what products you decide to advertise, and make sure that you have used those products yourself, so you make sure that anybody that buys and trusts you with your opinion does not get disappointed later down the line. And like I said, once again, this is something that is not going to earn you millions or anything like that. However, it can very easily, especially if you have a good social media platform, earn you a couple of extra £100, depending on what kind of products you sell, depending on the commission structure, and so on. And with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Like I said in the very beginning of the video, it's all about getting started. Right now, you're going to have to go through the effectively, you're going to have to go through the dirty work. A lot of work will have to come from you, from your time, from your effort, as opposed to actually investing your money in, given the fact that you don't have any money to invest in at the moment. That being said, remember, this is a short-term temporary fix. We are just looking to go from nothing to around £2,000 to £3,000, so then we can level up. Look at all of this, guys, as a game. You're leveling up your character as the time goes, okay? And the quicker you level up, the better, because once you leveled up to £2,000 to £3,000 in budget, you can go into other business types of areas, such as, cryptocurrency, such as Amazon FBA, such as Amazon FBA private label, wholesale, or whatever. As you get more budget and as you have more money, more and more opportunities will come to you. And with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.